Okay, hello. So, um, I was bored, so I decided to record the second actual video for my channel. Um, so the first one was basically me facing off against Danny and May, the two coaches, quote unquote, for the bots or the two bot coaches on chess.com. So now I'm gonna play against Jimmy, which he's worse than May, but I mean it's worth playing. I want to play every bot that I have access to because I'm not buying premium or whatever it is. But so basically, I'm still working things out with audio quality and thumbnails and stuff like that. So I've got I'm recording most of these on the same day because it's just. But I am gonna make a playlist once I finish this little playing against every bot. Because I'm gonna do that, and then with that knowledge that I learned from that, I'm gonna go into the actual online games, and I'm gonna play 15-minute games. And we're gonna sit there and get my rating up back to 1400. So I'm gonna do all this, and I'm gonna put all those videos into one playlist. So this would be episode 2 on my channel, not counting the trailer thing, which that should already be up. If not, then I went back and updated the audio quality and stuff like that, and it's fixing itself. So if it's not up for you once you see this video, then it's probably fixing itself. It should come back up a little bit. So we're playing Jimmy. Okay, so for the first episode, I have it set to come out tomorrow, which for me it'll be Sunday, but for you guys it'll be today, because today right now for me is 15th, and it'll come out on the 16th first episode. Second episode is going to come out on Tuesday, and I know my schedule's a little weird, Sunday then Tuesday, and it's just weird, but I want to record on Saturday because that's when I'm free, and then I want to spend all day editing and stuff like that, and release it the next day, because I don't really want to upload everything the same day, because I'm already smoked and I don't want to have to come back while I'm tired and look for stuff that's not supposed to be there. So I just upload and spend all day doing all that, and then release it the next day. So I have it set to random because last time I think I accidentally set it to playing as white and didn't change it back. So for this, I'm just going to use my main repertoire, King's Gambit and French Defense, and then in between episodes I'll go back and study. So playing against Jimmy first, we got black. E4, C5. Ooh. Is he setting up the freaking Scholar's Mate? It's whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. And I'm about to lose to it. That's crazy. He might go for it. He went for it. Okay, that's fine. You know what? I shouldn't have pre-moved. I'm just gonna rematch. Okay, so we got white. E4. Yeah, it's probably a little laggy for you guys on these episodes. Give me a second, and I'm going to switch my my internet connection over here. Okay, I'm back. That's probably quick for you guys because I used OBS. Anyways, he played E5. We're gonna play. You guessed it, F4. You know the idea it takes. We bring the knight out. And then after that, I just do my own thing. I don't follow the theory or the whatever else there is. I'm just smoked today, so Okay, so that's don't know how I feel about that move. I mean, it's obviously it's targeting my knight. I mean, it's basically just. I mean, we're gonna be equal. It's just a bishop knight trade, which I don't know if is a good idea in the beginning of the game, because you're losing your dark square bishop, so you're basically losing around 50% of your power on the dark squares if you don't purposely put your pawns on the dark squares. So, I mean, honestly, one of the dumber moves, probably lining up the Scholar's Mate on the weak f2 square. Honestly, I'm not trying to lose my knight this early in the game, so I'm just gonna play f3, which is what I was planning on doing in the first place. So I'm thinking about taking here. It doubles my pawn structure, and these pawns are they're secluded, so I might have to. Okay, so took. All right, that's good. That's fine. So from here we have two possible choices. We could put the bishop here. We could put the bishop here, which I don't know why I would do that. I mean, maybe if we're in a tough position, but this position is relatively open. So I'm thinking about just putting the pawn on the d4 square, and then after that, bring the bishop to f4 or to c4. So I think that's what we'll do. I'm not pre-moving anymore. I've learned my lesson with the pre-moving. So check, man. The spot likes them checks. So honestly, I strongly dislike using knights. I mean, they're good. Like they're one of the obviously they're good. They're one of the best pieces on the board. Um, but I mean, if you use them right, they're the best piece on the board, other than the queen. So we could go here and block that off. I don't want to use them. I don't want to put my bishop there. I mean, obviously this bishop's got me in check. I mean, he's going after that d2 square, so we could put the knight there, the bishop there. We could block with the queen. We could move the king out of the way. We could block with the pawn, which I might do, but I mean, development for my knight is also pretty good. So, and if I do put the knight on this square, it guards the square that I'm planning to put my bishop on. So, yeah, I might. But if I don't move the pawn to this square, it doesn't kick the bishop out. So I am gonna go here to d2 just to protect this square so I don't lose my bishop to something stupid. After this knight, after the bishop goes here, I'm thinking about maybe retreating the knight and then maybe taking with the taking f4 with the c bishop, c1 bishop. So f6. There's a few things we could do. I'm still gonna put my bishop. I'm talking like I know everything about chess. I don't. Do not think I do because I don't. I used to think I did, and then I started losing to 200s. So okay, so in this position, I think I want to kick. So I could go here with the pawn, or I could go here. If I go here, I'm forcing the bishop this way along this file. If I go here, he could go here, but there's really no reason to unless you're just trying to mess up my pawn structure, which I never really do anything with the pawns in this area over here. So, I'm thinking of sticking to the game plan and just I think I might either develop my knight or castle. I think I might just castle to take that pin off my king from the bishop. So he castles too. Okay, so now we're gonna employ some tactics. So I'm going to advance my pawn. It's covered by the d4 pawn and my knight on f3. So it's kicking the knight out is what it's doing. So he could take here and steal my rook, but I would just take back. He could go here, threatening to take my queen. which again I could just take with my rook. It's a dumb move. I really don't have any need to kick the knight out at this moment, but I don't need to waste a move on kicking the knight out is what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back my bishop up. First, no, first I'm just going to kick the bishop out. I don't like the bishop sitting there. And then after the bishop moves, I'm going to kick the knight out. Oh, so he's giving away his bishop. He's going for a bishop trade. It's all right. I move back anyways. I'm looking at this weak, very weak h7 square. He moves it. Okay, so now what I'm planning on doing is getting rid of this pawn and putting my queen either here or here. I'm going to back the bishop all the way up to the b1 square, just to make this easier. I doubt this guy's going to be able to do anything. Maybe cause some trouble with the knight in this area, but it's really just a dumb idea. Maybe not. Like, if he moves here, okay, so peculiar move. Really can't do anything else here. He's lost. Unless he blocks with this pawn. Yeah, that's what he did. He's got the rook right here guarding this pawn, so I can't really take it at this moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick this knight out. And after that, I'm going to advance this pawn right here to this square, taking this. His rook... Okay, so this is what I was thinking he was going to do. So right now, he's going after my queen and my rook. Really, I should have prepared for this because I knew it was coming, but I didn't. So, really in a bad spot right now. I mean, if he goes for the rook, he's going to get taken by my knight. So really, he's just looking at this queen. So all I really have to do here is just move my queen forward one square, kick the knight out. Unless he goes for the rook, he's going to gain material if he goes for the rook. The rook's worth 5 and he's worth 3. He backs the bishop up. Okay, so I don't know how I feel about that move. It may or may not be good. I don't really like that move. So I'm gonna continue with my plan to try to take this pawn or move it. Don't know how this is gonna go. He might take the pawn and go after my knight. Right now, my king side is extremely weak. Okay, so he fixes his pawn structure down here. So he still has a whole row of pieces that is not developed. My pieces are relatively developed, except for the bishop on c1 and the rook on a1. So I need to kick this knight out. He's causing problems. I need to move this pawn out of the way. Now, there's a few ways that I can do this. I could move my knight, which is really, I don't really like that move. I could move him here and attempt to take out this pawn here. Takes, and then the rook goes forward, taking that rook, which would be a waste of material, but a 600 would do something like that. Knight moves here, queen, and then from there it's a lost game, checkmate. So, a lot of planning going on there. So I'm thinking about pre-moving this, but I'm not certain. We're going to see how it goes. He develops down there, so I was not expecting that. Don't know why. He's not really anything he can do down there. So I'm going to take with the rook. I could take with the knight here, but he would be... Okay, so the bishop comes down. I didn't notice the bishop. He takes the knight on h4. So it doesn't matter. I mean, that knight, I wasn't planning on having anything like in terms of checkmate. I wasn't planning on him to do anything relatively close to that. Just attacking and kicking pieces. So, I mean, I'm going to move forward with my plan. This bishop really isn't threatening anything, except for maybe like coming down here and getting up to all sorts of stuff if he can move his knight over here without getting taken somehow, which I don't see happening. So, if this is predicted right, which I doubt, he's going to take here with the rook. If he doesn't, I push the pawn forward. The bishop. Okay, So, honestly, we're gonna lose this little transaction we're having. So it really, I'm gonna move my knight here. If he takes with the knight, I take with the rook. If he leaves it alone, so that move did nothing at all. So I really all that happens here is I gain material. So I can either take here take the bishop or get rid of the knight with my knight. I could also move my bishop out, putting a little bit of pressure on these two squares for this bishop. Which I doubt it would stay in here because it really just put itself in a quite a horrible position. It might be going to ruin this pawn structure here because if you didn't notice, I have quite a strong pawn structure. Most of my pawns are on the black squares. There's only two that aren't. So right now, the piece that's probably most dangerous is the bishop looking at my queen, which I'm very surprised did not take the queen quite early on. So I'm going to get rid of that, and if the rook comes down, then I take with the queen. Okay, so did not read that. So, okay, what I can do here is I'm going to... Well, there's more creative move here, but I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna go there, and I mean, if he takes the knight, oh well, it's checkmate. Okay, he pushes. So I'm all right in terms of trading material. I don't care. But what I do want to do is, I'm actually going to try to get rid of this bishop down here. So I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna do this. So. Okay. So I really want to deploy this rook and put him right here on this square. I need to get rid of the bishop and the knight to for this to work. I want to get in here and dig into these weak squares right here. Um, his knight's covering this square, and that's the square I'm thinking about taking. So I don't know how this is gonna go. So I'm just gonna have to start doing things. Honestly, I think a pawn would cause less trouble up here than a knight would. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the knight. I'm not worried about this bishop at all. He takes with the pawn. I'm gonna move the queen here. Actually, I probably should have put the queen here. That's a waste of a move. Gosh, it'll be all right. I'll pre-move it. Okay, so that move did jack squat. So obviously, with all this movement going on over here, he's planning on taking out my strong pawn structure right here. Honestly, I don't care if that happens. He thinks I'm going for the bishop. I'm making plans at the moment. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plant my bishop here. He takes, I take, and then so nothing happened. So that's peculiar. He did nothing. Okay, so it's whatever. I mean, that's really strange in my opinion. So I want to go here, but he's got his queen protecting that space. Um, my bishop's in a good spot right now, in my opinion, other than the fact he's got a rook looking at him. But I mean, he's up 4 in material. I really should be focused on taking a few pawns at this moment, but I'm not. This pawn has a rook and a pawn looking at it. Um, so there's no need in going for that. This pawn has a pawn looking at it. Um, Honestly, I kind of want to put my queen. I want to open this area up, and then I want to bring my rook out. I want to do something over here to bring my rook out, and then clap this area, and then head over here to try to mount a checkmate attempt. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this pawn forward here, pre-move the second, which is probably a bad idea. So he's got the rook isn't looking at this piece anymore. I guess they're trying to take out this area and mount a staircase checkmate or something like that, back rank checkmate. Um, Honestly, I'm looking at the board right now. I don't think it's gonna work. See, that move was okay, but honestly, I just want to get rid of this. Ooh, actually, I'm seeing combinations now. Um, so I'm gonna put my queen right here. Okay, I see checkmates. I could have gotten checkmate three moves ago, but there's a piece in here that I did not like. That pawn does nothing. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw. Okay, a lot of queen movement going on here. So that bishop, this bishop right here on f5 is doing a lot for this square right here. If I can put my queen on this square, game's done. But I don't know how that's gonna go right now. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put my bishop back down here. Now that I've gotten that area cleared out, I'm risking checkmate if he can get his queen in the right spot and put a rook down here. But honestly, he's just making stupid moves back here that really won't amount to anything, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put my queen right here, and this threatens checkmate. So okay, so that's game. And if not, I'm gonna be very surprised. Yep, that's game. Good game, Jimmy. You're quite bad. I honestly obviously did pretty bad there too. I mean, not. I mean, he was up 5 in material. I gave him a rook and both of my knights. Well, one he took and I didn't see, but 3 of my pawns were sacrifices. In the end, what I was doing over here did not matter. I was looking at this square right here, and this square right here. Ever since he castled, 10 blunders, 1 missed win, and 5 mistakes. So that's obviously a horrible game. I still won. Hello? I want to analyze my game, but I don't. Next bot. Well, that's not the next bot. I may have accidentally hit rematch. It's alright. Okay. Dude, I don't care. Get out of my face. Resign. Dude, my computer's being so laggy this game. Hold on. Okay, so let me look here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go for a second. I'm gonna fix my internet. Okay, so for whatever reason, my PC decided it didn't want to be on the internet anymore. So I was gonna analyze that game because it was obviously a horrible, horrible game. But I accidentally hit rematch. So we're just going to just gonna click new game and move on to Martin. Rated 250. Did you know I've lost to this guy before? Yeah, that was when I first started. Martin, and then Alani from Denmark, and then Aaron, he's 700. So the strongest person in this category, in the beginner category, 700. Intermediate, strongest guy is 1300. It took me 1 day to beat this guy. Mostly because I continuously resigned after I blundered. Because I was playing on my phone and I would accidentally make moves I didn't mean to make. Doesn't matter. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna play Martin. I don't care what color. Looks like we got black. My game is still lagging, so this might be very laggy for you guys. I'm hoping to get that fixed soon. E4. What is that, German up there? Yeah, no, that's Russian. That was D4. Why did I say E4? What's wrong with me? This guy's running London system. Honestly, I don't know theory for this. top theory. I don't know like variations for this. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play against d4, but we're just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna play with what I've seen other people do. Okay, London system. Cool. My kids say hi. That's nice. I don't care. Honestly, I'm just gonna copy his moves from here for a second until I can get a reasonable position I can work with. I don't like that move at all. All right. Well, I'm just gonna deploy my the bishop's looking on the square I'm looking to put my knight on. I gotta handle that real quick. So, okay, so now we've got two pieces there. I'm gonna move my pawn forward one square. First, I'm gonna put this out here so my pawn doesn't get taken and kick my knight out of the way. I don't want to lose material this early in the game. Okay, so he did what I didn't want him to do. Well, this is how you know this guy's a 250. Honestly, I don't know why you would move the same pawn three times, or was it two? I don't know. Why are you teaching your kids you're rated 250? I mean, I'm obviously rated 278 at this time, and it doesn't matter. So this move really makes me angry, and I don't like it. I don't really feel like playing out of it. It's fine. I'll just put my knight here. May get looked at from bishop moves here, but I mean, okay, so that move. I don't particularly like that move, but it's fine. The queen looks right at the square I'm trying to put my or this pawn does. So I'm just gonna take here. It's a free pawn. Um, so obviously, if he somehow gets this pawn out of the way, this bishop's gonna be staring down my queen. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plant. So this is like a scholar's mate sort of setup. So I'm gonna go for a sneaky check here and kick the king this way, and I'm looking to put a bishop here. Okay, so he saw it coming. I don't like that. That's not good for me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fianchetto right here. Queen. Okay, so my fianchettoing the bishop on b7 here was the right move. So it's looking, it was looking at my hanging knight, and then I fianchettoed, and everything was good. So I'm gonna castle question mark. What was that? It don't matter. This pawn really hurts me. I don't like it there. I'm thinking about putting my bishop here, and then if he takes with the pawn, okay, cool. I don't like that. Queen take. Okay, so let me run some calculations here. Take there. Take. Take. Okay, so obviously this is not good. Don't know how I'm getting out. I'm not really getting outplayed right now. I mean, I'm up one material, but just one. So if I take with the knight, he takes with the queen or the pawn, then I take with the bishop. He's 250, so I doubt he'll see the bishop takes the queen. So he might take with the queen to get a better position and go after the bishop, but he won't notice that he's just moved and get the bishop taken. If that doesn't go my way, it's whatever. I'll just continue with play over here. But I would really like my bishop here to get checkmate. I wish he would have left this pawn here, and then good things happen. Anyways. So I'm going. I think I am. Well, okay. So this pawn's hanging, except for this knight here. If I take here, he takes with the pawn or the queen. Obviously, his pawn structure right now is. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, but his pawns are all on dark squares except for this a2 pawn. So I'm just gonna go with it. Take there, and if he takes with the queen, I'll take with the bishop and get my bishop taken. It doesn't matter. I'll be winning material. Okay, so he took with the pawn. So obviously I don't like that. It's not good for me. What I might do is lose a little bit more. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take here, checkmate. So I don't know why I didn't see that. Um, I could have won like multiple moves ago because obviously I don't know why I saw the pawn wasn't there, and if he moves here, it's still check, and he can't take because of the nine. I don't know why I didn't see that. See, that's how I went from 1400 to 200. Obviously, five blunders. Probably for me continuously missing the checkmate. One mistake. Let's analyze. I probably should have clicked game review. It's alright. I'll do both here in a second. Okay, Martin bot. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me see this real quick. So hold on just a second. Um, let's go back here. Game review, and then we'll go to analysis. This video is 31 minutes long, about 10 minutes less than the other one. I'll take this video in the editing, and then it should be released on Tuesday. For me, it'll be Tuesday. I mean, for y'all, it'll be Tuesday, but for me, it'll be like 2 days from now. Um, a good moon is fine, but also there are better moves on the board. Okay, that's nice. So, Martin bought. Was I playing as black that game? I was. Dang. Well, don't know what's wrong with my chess.com right now, but it's kind of making me angry. So I'm gonna switch my internet one more time. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Switched over my internet a little bit. Waiting on, still waiting on chess.com to load. I want this game analysis. Um, so I'm just gonna cut to when it, once this game review starts. And I'll see you guys then. Okay, so I'm an idiot, and I've just realized that, I've already used my game review for Word Day. So I'm thinking about signing up for premium because this is making me angry. Um, I want to review my games like every time. I'm thinking about using a free trial and then going from there. Let's look at these plans. I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Um, okay. So, give me just a second. I'm going to go get a glass of water. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I literally just sat here and upgraded my account. Let's see if I can finally analyze this game. Got my glass of water though. Come on. Oh, hold on. Well, my crap is lagging like badly. Sorry if you hear crying in the background. My sister wanted to play with me, and I told her I was doing chess things that she wouldn't understand. Okay, it's whatever. We'll just review after this next game. Man, I wanted to review those two so bad. Yeah, we're gonna play again because I speed ran those games. Okay. I'm gonna play against Alani. She's 400. Um, hmm. Random. We got black, just like every time. Alright, play your move. Let's go. What you got? Come on. Yeah, my crap's probably lagging for you. Um. Okay, so honestly, I really just want to do like we'll call it the French defense, but it's not the French defense. Oh, I don't like that move. That's the wrong move. No, no, no. No, no, no. Don't pre-move. Stop pre-moving. Thank you. So he's going after my queen. Honestly, we're just gonna... We're just gonna... Well, see... So, I've already went for the off-brand Scholar's Mate. Check. Why am I pre-moving? Stop pre-moving. So, he's... So again, pre-moving makes me resign. But my game is lagging so bad. He didn't... Or she didn't take my queen. So that's just nice. Okay, we're rematching anyways. Alright. I realized I probably played every single game as white. Except for the last one. But pre-moving just throws me in the trash. So I'm waiting on my slow freaking computer. Well, the computer is not slow. It's just been off all week. And I guess it's still trying to adjust. Seems good. Makes sense. Okay. Well, here, have an F4 pawn. She's like, free pawn. I see exactly what you're doing. Okay, cool. And? So, I mean, obviously, she's doing this, but I'm doing the same thing. So, um, so there's a few things we could do. We could develop the knights. If I develop this knight, he'll be looking at this pawn. Same with this one. If I develop him here, he'll be looking at this. So there's a few things we could do. He could push to this square, attacking my knight on this square. If I put the knight here, I did not mean to do that. It's all right. Whatever. He pushes. He pushes. It doesn't matter. Bishop, but it's not a pin. Plays the bishop, but he's not gonna pin me. All right. It's whatever. We'll go with the move I intended to play. He takes. I mean, honestly. Okay. So we could trade. If she takes with the queen, she's 400, so she's obviously bad. Takes with the queen, I take with the knight. Looking at this square, coming up here. Okay, so that doesn't happen. That's fine. We'll play a3 to kick the bishop out. Bishop leaves. Good. So I kind of want to put my bishop here, but my pawn's in the way. The reason I'm going to put my bishop here is to look at this square, the weak f7 square, to get checkmate. But honestly, it's not really worth it right now. This pawn prevents me from playing here, and the bishop prevents me to play here. So, because it'll be hanging. So, might just have to throw the bishop out. Honestly, this position I'm in, it's not the greatest. It's not the worst. There's been plenty worse positions. So I'm gonna slap my bishop here. Because this bishop right here may not move for a while. She's moved the bishop multiple times, and she hasn't gotten her knight, her white light square bishop or her other knight developed yet. Pawn, just like I predicted, she's probably not gonna move this bishop. It's okay. So she moves the pawn. So basically shuts down all hopes of me getting to either of these squares with my knight, unless I can get rid of this and this and this. So, honestly, I mean, I see a free check I can take, but I don't really, I'm just going to do it. We'll just throw that check out there and get it out of the way. He moves here, or he moves here. Alright. So, yeah, didn't bother to try to, like, mount a counterattack. I mean, it's probably what she's doing. But for now, honestly, I just feel like I kind of want to mount an attack on the queen side, but I mean, I'm just going to get get rid of this pawn, or get it out of the way, I should say. This this pawn will be free at a certain point. So we got these two bishops are very, very strong I mean, not super strong, but pretty strong as of right now on my king side. So if I cast over here, it's probably not a good idea. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play my pawn to g3. He takes Coolio. If he doesn't take, I'll just take here, and then bishop comes down, and okay, free material. I'm up one. If she takes, then she loses the bishop. If not, cool. We'll just push the bishop forward, covering my other bishop. And if the bishop takes, then I take. A lot of calculating going on here. So let's talk about that. I could take with my knight, but my bishop would come in and take. Um, Honestly, this knight's not really going anywhere right now until this comes down and kicks it out. He'll go right here, and then I mean, so I'm going to predict it. I really want to push this pawn forward and put some pressure right here. So the king doesn't really have an escape if I go for a checkmate soon. But honestly, I'm predicting that they try to boot my knight, so I'm going to push that pawn. They come down. I'll move my knight here, and then takes, and then takes. We'll see what happens. My pawn also could get it taken, but then it would just help me activate my rook. So just like I predicted, the pawn pushes knight to b5. If nobody takes, I get a free bishop. So basically, this is just probably a very good move. But knowing, okay, so the pin on the knight to the queen, I still get my free. Okay, so what that also does is it puts the queen on my tail. Honestly, not good for me. This pin keeps my knight from moving. If my knight moves, the bishop takes my queen. There's a few things I could do here, like I say all the time. Honestly, I feel like the best move as of right now is just pushing my pawn forward. There's probably a better move on the board that I'm not seeing. I'm going to study it for a second. Yeah, I'm just going to push the pawn. We'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm predicting not that. I don't know if that's a good move or not. I don't want to look at it and think about it. So, now that my pawn's out of the way. Kind of want to throw. So I want to put my bishop here, but if I put the bishop there, the bishop takes. So I need to do something to sort of prevent that, I guess. So I might just slide the bishop here. And then put the queen there. But I'm not going to pre-move it. So I'm going to slide the bishop there. Bishop moves back to get, because I guess she saw what I was going to do. Or something like that. So honestly, I'm just going to mount an attack on this bishop here. Bishop really, I mean, I could put the pawn here. The queen comes out. Okay. So if the queen goes here, she gets got. If she goes here, she gets got. I'm not sure what she captured. I wasn't paying attention. I don't think she captured anything, to be honest. Might go back and move to see. Okay, she stole a pawn. She took a pawn. We're equal in material. She's gonna lose this bishop. I mean, it's hanging. So I'm just gonna take it. It puts pressure on these squares. She can't come down here. She can't capture the knight because of my queen, and she can't capture the pawn because of my queen and my other pawn. If she captures this pawn, it's just activating my queen, and same with the knight. She moves back. Not sure if that's the most ideal move you could have made with the queen there. Probably slide her in right here. Maybe lose the queen, but you'll get the bishop, which is not a good move per se. But if you've let the bishop stay down there in your territory for too long, then it's never good. Um, so now that I've got, so she lost the bishop. It was free for the taking. Um, this pawn right here. Let's talk about it. So what I want to do, I want to push this pawn forward, and if it takes, then I get a free pawn. If nothing happens, if it pushes, okay, cool. I mean, it's just gonna come down here and get God anyways. Um, if it stays there, I take, she takes, and then I take. The queen comes down. Okay, so if I take here, the idea behind this is if I take here, she comes down and takes my queen. It's a queen trade. Um, but if I do nothing and my bishop moves or something, she gets the pawn. If I take here, she could also get the pawn and maybe possibly get my knight if I don't move it, which is highly unlikely. So there's a sneaky little thing I can do here. It's a sneaky little thing. I'm going to stick my knight right here and fork the queen and the rook. So if she moves the queen, I get the rook. If she moves the rook, I get the queen, the bishop. So now I get a free queen. Don't understand why she did that, to be honest. So if I can get my rook right here, it's going to be checkmate. Same with my queen. So I'm just gonna threaten it right now. Threaten to throw my rook down there. So if the rook comes, okay. So if the rook comes here, he lands here. The king can't take because of the bishop, and the king can't move right here because of the knight. So she just gave me the game. Um, yeah, that's how you play chess, everybody. Let's analyze this game, because obviously it wasn't a perfect game. None of my games are ever perfect. There's probably only one game I had that was probably what I would consider perfect. 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 0 missed wins, and I had 4 brilliant moves. That was probably what I consider my best game. But it was pure luck. I was just reading the board extremely quickly and placing pieces. I don't understand how. 2 blunders, 4 mistakes, 0 missed wins. Not the best game, not the worst. Let's review the game. Then we'll go into analysis. Again, if you guys enjoy my content, please leave a like, man, and subscribe. I mean, if you leave a like, it just tells me that to do more. People like it. If you subscribe, I mean, it helps me get closer and closer to putting ads out there, making money for myself, and putting it back into the community. So, um, please leave a like, please, and subscribe. I'm sorry for all the pushy stuff. I hate when people ask for likes and subscribe, but that's one of the rare cases I will. So my throat hurts from talking for 2 hours. I need a drink of water, but we're gonna review this game. I played with 58% accuracy. If I redo this game, so I only made a few. There's only a few bad things happen. No blunders, I don't think. It may have updated. So let's start the review. First book move comes from King's Gambit declined. Next key move. So obviously these right here were missed. So that was a mistake. Why was it a mistake? No clue. Let me look at the board here. So we retry. King moves over. So obviously this bishop right here is hanging, right? If you can bring the knight out right here, you'll mount an attack on my bishop, force it to back up, or just flat out leave down here. She never does that. She leaves the bishop there and ends up getting checkmated because of it. So obviously this was a mistake making this move. Obviously there's something going on here that I didn't see. So let's look at it here. So boom boom. I could probably castle. That might be something. I could go here and attack here. So let's try this. Let's try that. That's attacking the bishop. If he comes down here to kick, I get the bishop. It's a mistake. Let's retry. So castles, maybe? Let's say castles. And then the bishop comes down and checks. Yep, it's good. Let's see what the best move was. I figured. I was planning on doing this after I saw that was a mistake, but I didn't really see what the point was of sending this pawn out here directly behind this one and just turning this place into a war zone. Obviously, it's good. You want to control the center, but um, I just really didn't see a need. I mean, if it was a stronger player, yeah, maybe possibly, but I didn't. At the time, I just wanted to keep that specific pawn safe. Um, Next key move. That's a mistake. Why? Don't know. Computer calls it a mistake. I call it a strategic tactic. Um, so let's look here. Let's look at this. That was obviously a horrible move, or it wasn't a horrible move. It was a missed tactic. Um, so let's look here. This pawn has a bishop. Has a bishop looking at it. Don't really see anything else that could happen here. I mean, obviously I could push up. I could castle. I could do plenty more. Um, I mean, I just don't see the problem with pushing here and then taking and then or with this taking and then take. Honestly, it's just a way to gain material in my opinion. Well, we would be even after that, even at material, but it's easier. It's a way to get all the pieces off the board. Um, I'm gonna quit yapping now and just focus on this. So this could be a good move. This might be a good move. Looking at the bishop. So first, I'm going to try this. What is it? Is it a mistake? It's good. It's good. Looking at the castle. Probably a good move. It's good. Alright. We'll say push the pawn 2 squares. Let's see how that goes. If it's a missed tactic, it'll tell me what the tactic is, and I'll have it's a mistake. This could be good in certain cases. That's a mistake, apparently. Um, I mean, like, activate the queen. I'm clueless right now. Okay, so castling is okay. I mean, we're gonna take it to. That's not the bishop. We're gonna take it to bishop just to see what the computer thinks. It's probably a blunder. Blunder. Yep. We'll try this. I just want to see what the best move in this situation is. I've gotten 2 good moves. That's probably it right there. The best move. It's an inaccuracy. Shoot. This could be good in some cases. I want to see the best move. I'm tired of looking. Okay. Yeah. Didn't see that. Obviously, like, it's protecting the hanging bishop, but I didn't see. I would have moved there if there was a threat. There was no threat. If this knight had been there, yes, obviously this knight would go here to this square. But it didn't because the bishop was hanging. But I mean, there's not really a threat towards it right now. Obviously, I left it there to get the checkmate later on in the game by pushing this pawn here. Okay, it's an inaccuracy. Why? No clue. Let's look at the board. He's got a hanging bishop. Hanging bishop. Um, that's good. That's good. That's a good move. Um, so I don't know why this would be good, but I could put the bishop here on this. Is it an accuracy? I mean, okay, Stockfish, whatever you say. I I didn't activate the queen. I mean, maybe I could. I mean, slapping the rook there wouldn't be good. Um, I could always just run down here and take, and then see what happens from there. Ruin the pawn structure. Well, maybe not ruin, but it's a blunder. Yeah, I figured. So I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna take here. Yeah, it's a mistake. Maybe push the pawn to c4. It's good. Would it? That is a pretty good move. Inaccuracy. I think Stockfish is capping. Maybe just a little bit. Castles is good. Best move is. I mean, see, at this point in time, I just really didn't. I wanted to take the bishop. I didn't want to kick it out. Really? Well, I mean, actually, in this position, he's gone anyway. So so the pawn there is the best move. Don't know why I didn't play that in the game. I guess I was set on getting the rook activated and getting him up here. Um, from there, the game went pretty smoothly. Just lots of good moves. A few inaccuracies. So, yeah. Don't know how they didn't see the checkmate here. I mean, easily could have stopped it. I mean, they could have slid the rook down. Could have put the bishop here, delayed it, takes, and then the king could get out of there somehow. Maybe the knight. Sorry, I said every piece, but the knight. Sorry, I'm smoked. This video's gone on for one whole hour. Yeah. So obviously yesterday for you guys it would be Sunday played better than today. Let's go. So honestly, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite games I've ever played. I mean, I feel like the only reason I'm doing good today, for me, is because I'm playing on a bigger screen. I can actually read the board and see it. I'm gonna save this. Alright. So. Let's go over here. Run over here to chess.com. I may have accidentally exited out of the game. I want to see the game one more time, get a screenshot of it, make it my thumbnail. Did it save? It did not. I don't think. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm going to. I could screenshot this, or I could go look at my. I'm not gonna look at my picture. Alright. This is the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail right here. Well, let me retake that. That was horrible. It doesn't matter. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, the games were alright. I mean, they could have been better. Could have been worse. Beat 3 more bots. Next time I'm gonna go against the intermediates. What just happened? That was my screenshot. Next, I can look right now actually. Next game we're gonna. I don't know why I'm trying to drag this out to an hour. I want to get off here. So next game we're gonna play the intermediates, I believe, or the next video. These videos are so long because obviously they're chess games. They're supposed to be long. We're still in the middle of beginners. Next guy is 700, and then we'll be an intermediate. Nelson is the highest I've beat so far. Oh, and since I've once I got diamonds, I can play all these other guys. Like, yeah, he's 250. I'm not playing the kid. Juan. I don't know if that guy's name is actually Juan. The highest rated guy in this section is 850, I believe. Okay, yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I mean, next time we will face Mr. Beast. I'm playing. No. We'll play, the beginner, we'll play Aaron, and then trying to keep this to the guys that you can play on just base, vanilla, just a calm. And then after we play Aaron, we'll get into the intermediates and maybe play every intermediate. And, I mean, go from there. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.